Bag and Bag. If you're new around here, that's my slang acronym for ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls. Welcome back to the Thrift Store Rundown's first ever expedition to the Emmys. If you're just joining us in real time, we're celebrating one of Hollywood's biggest nights, the Primetime Emmy Awards, in the style of my annual Academy Awards review series celebrating arguably Tinseltown's biggest night, Odyssey to the Oscars, was a two-day event doing what we do best, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Although now, we're about to take a little field trip, and this field trip does not require significant airfare costs. All we ask is that you bring $3.44. That's 50% off the price of $6.99. You'll understand why momentarily. We're taking a 3,000-mile field trip from Hollywood all the way to Broadway in New York City. More specifically, the Public and the Richard Rogers theaters. They, and many more theaters on the Great White Way, are once again relighting their marquees, and after more than a year and a half intermission, welcoming back fully vaccinated audiences who are looking to be whisked away to worlds bigger than ours and bigger than life. Spearheading the charge and welcoming back theater goers with a spirited rendition of that Canada Ebb standard, New York, New York, is none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda, creator, composer, and star of a musical that's single-handedly leading a revolution in American popular culture, and arguably in American history. He, alongside Chicago-based culture critic Jeremy McCarter, I haven't been good with names for the past 5 years on this channel, why start now? These two have taken the liberty of entombing the revolution between two hardcovers. This is Hamilton the Revolution, chronicling the performance, the conception, and the design, and the history of Hamilton. From a performance of some standards from the concept mixtape at the White House in May of 2009, all the way to opening night of this runaway smash in October of 2015. This book was designed by Meltzer Media and published by Grand Central Publishing, making this a truly New York affair. Being the complete libretto of the Broadway musical, with a true account of its creation, and concise remarks on hip-hop, the power of stories, and the new America. Now I know it's definitely been way longer than a New York minute since many theatergoers had the opportunity to see this musical, which according to many theater critics, and of course many Hamilton fans out there, consider a triumph of seamless innovation and tradition melded together to create something that truly has to be seen and heard in person to be believed. For those who were looking to see Hamilton on Broadway and didn't have the money to splurge, or of course the vaccine credentials needed to go to Broadway and actually have a front row seat to American history redefined, the next best thing in addition to this book was the Disney Plus filmed concert event, which garnered not only numerous Golden Globe nominations, but a dozen Emmy nominations to boot, with only one win: Outstanding Technical Direction, Camera Work, and Video Control for a Special. The bulk of the nominations for the Disney Plus special, which runs over 2.5 hours long with a 1-minute intermission, is in the acting category. But of course, the main category, the big one, is Outstanding Variety Special Pre-Recorded. The frontrunner in that category is Bo Burnham, for his one-man variety show, Bo Burnham Inside, filmed entirely inside his house for Netflix, with Bo Burnham doing most of, if not nearly all, of the work himself. Last weekend, at the Creative Arts Emmys, he nearly swept all of his nominations: directing and writing for a variety special, and music direction. So I'd be shocked if Hamilton for Disney Plus was to pick up that particular category, for which Bo Burnham and alongside Friends the Reunion are nominated. Sorry for the background noise. By all accounts, it could pick up maybe 1 or 2 acting awards, but you know what? If it wins, well, that would just be one of the feathers in Alexander Hamilton's cap. His message in America was that anything is possible, and this book could not prove any more valid of that claim even if it tried. Of course, if you don't have Disney Plus, although with its bundle subscription deal, you might want to get a jump on that soon. If you don't have Disney Plus or Broadway tickets, this book is the next best thing. Not to take away anything from this book, because it really is a near complete account of the conception, the design, all the music and lyrics, and of course, the performances and in-depth emotions of the entire Broadway ensemble in front of and behind the scenes, on stage and off. It's a near complete account, song by song, design by design, first-hand account by first-hand account of Hamilton. However, I do have a couple of gripes with this. Some theatergoers would consider this hardcover book a hard case if they want complete accounts on the lighting and set design, the hair, makeup, and costume design, all the ambience, and of course, the look of Hamilton. This book touches on that slightly, but not that much, not that in depth. For the most part, this book is a character-driven piece, with in-depth emotions, analysis, and performances, and first-hand accounts, along with second and third-hand accounts, of nearly the entire main acting ensemble, the bulk of which are up for several Emmys tonight. This book does include, however, a healthy balance of black and white and color photography, on stage and off, and of course the entire libretto of Hamilton, with sidebar commentary by Miranda himself. If you're looking to sing along, if you have the mixtape or the album, the Broadway cast recording, or the Disney Plus recording, if there is such a thing, you want to sing along to some of the songs featured in here, and they're all in here, well then, this book is a great place to do just that. Hamilton, the Revolution. As chronicled by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Musical, and of course Best Musical at the Tony Awards. Also chronicled by McCarter, a cultural critic and theater artist. Their joint account features photos by the renowned Frank Aukenfels and veteran Broadway photographer Joan Marcus. Exclusive looks at notebooks and emails, interviews with Questlove, Stephen Sondheim, leading political commentators, including my favorite, even though I don't like politics, David Brooks, New York Times columnist, and of course, one of the two Friday night political analysts on the PBS NewsHour with managing editor Judy Woodruff. I don't know if you can binge watch commentary, political commentary on the PBS NewsHour, but that's what I do all the time. He's definitely one of my faves. And more than 40 people involved with the production, and multiple appearances by President Obama himself, including on opening night, actually not on opening night, November 2nd, 2015, at the end of a performance. The book does more than tell the surprising story of how a Broadway musical became a national phenomenon. It demonstrates that America has always been renewed by the brass upstarts and brilliant outsiders, the men and women who don't throw away their shot. In other words, the craftsmen who shoot their shot, if not for love of each other, but for love of the craft and love of life. This retails for $40 in the US and $47.50 in Canada. It's also available as an ebook and an audiobook from Hatchet Audio. This book is deliberately designed to look like historical documents from Hamilton's day, and to that end, many official historical documents are featured inside and placed sporadically throughout the book as well. And the titles of each chapter reinforce that design. Let me show you a few of them. A couple of my favorites. Let's see here. The one with Elmo. It's gotta be the one with Elmo. This book is divided in both halves by 2 acts. Act 1 here in the table of contents, and Act 2 as well. But my favorite titles here for the chapters, 1, on the orchestrating techniques of Alex Lacamore, or Lacayamore, whatever. Again, I'm not that good with names. Why start now? With a lively appearance by Van Halen, Elmo, and an actual Beatle. That's my favorite. The song You'll Be Back is featured in here. We also have concerning the Lady and the Tramp in olden days and our own with reference to Helpless and many songs that feature Ja Rube. With this ball and Helpless can also be found in this chapter here. By the way, they're all numbered in Roman numerals, not by direct numbers, so good luck figuring out which is which. But we will start here. Chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2. 32 chapters with an epilogue with President Obama and an introduction by Jeremy McCarter. If I mispronounce your name one more time, I might as well take a sabbatical because Jeremy is one of the easiest names to pronounce. Let me show you the beginning of one of the chapters here, which again reinforce the design of this book to look like historical documents. You see here, in which the character of New York City is considered in its musical and scenic aspects, by reference to David Corman's renowned scenic designer, and a curious episode of historical vertigo. New York is definitely a character itself, and because of its upscale urban groundbreaking, Hamilton is a character which cannot be denied, much like history, which is redefined musically thanks to Lin-Manuel Miranda. I give it 4.5 out of 5 claps, even from a non-Hamilton fan who hasn't seen the musical or heard the soundtrack, even though my mother likes Hamilton, although she hasn't seen it on Broadway yet. We should remedy that soon. There is no more complete account of a Broadway musical that's really lighting up the great white way than Hamilton. No revolution. It just goes to show you, whether filmed for television or adapted for the silver screen, even though this won't get any Oscar nominations anytime soon, that particular academy does not recognize recorded stage performances. Either way, it just goes to show you that history can be fun, rap can be rapturous, hip-hop can reach Herculean heights, and that the revolution will be staged. And, of course, brilliantly performed. So to the cast and crew of Hamilton, win or lose, you are history in the making. Thanks for watching, stay golden, break a leg, and mend some hearts along the way. I'll catch you on the flip side.